So, Clint and John have a job here this morning. We're at my house. My house is up the driveway. This is our cell builder yard. This is where we have our breeder queens and we do all of our cell building. And John and Clint just brought in a load of bees from Dillard. This is all Caucasian colonies, and there's a reason that they're here. We've got a real problem in this yard, and it's that the bees are vicious. Celine and John were in here a couple days ago, and they got really tore up.
Yeah.
Jesse was in here yesterday just simply putting grafted cells into a cell builder, and he got tore up. And I know what the problem is. It's the queen producer that we got these queens from. Last year we got pole line queens from 3 sources because we wanted to have those drones to mate with. And one of the producers has a big problem. And I'm not going to mention their name because they know it, and I think they're trying to rectify the problem. Their bees are just vicious. That's all there is to it. I would not call them pole line queens because they're not at all like the other 2 sources of pole lines we got. I mean, we've been working those, and they're fine. Yeah. They're not as gentle as our Caucasians. They're more like average bees, but they're not like these.
Yeah.
So we have a plan. What we're going to do is of course we have our 4 breeder queens here. We don't want to move those. That's a overwintered nuke, which we'll pick that up tomorrow. It was really small, so we weren't able to sell it. But the 3 colonies that have double screen boards on them are building cells. They're just now starting cells because we put grafts into them yesterday. So those 3 colonies will stay put. And then you've got 3 colonies with queen excluders that are finishing cells. Those will stay put. Every other colony in here is going to get moved over there to what is normally a nuke yard for us. And wherever you pick up one of these colonies, set down one of those Caucasian colonies, and they'll get the field force later today when the bees start flying. And the reason for that is that it's the old bees that do all the stinging. That's what's tearing us up, is the old field force bees. So if we move them over there and they lose their field force and come back tomorrow, we can actually work on them without getting murdered.
Because we're splitting them tomorrow.
We're going to split them tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not only are we going to split them, but we're going to kill the queens.
Okay.
And these ones that are building cells for us right now, we will be killing their queens too and putting a queen cell back in there.
Okay.
The cells they're building right now are Caucasian, so that'd be a good way to cure the problem with those 6 colonies. But the rest will go over there, split them tomorrow, kill the queens, and then the Caucasian colonies that are here will be more manageable. Of all the places for these mean bees to be put, it's in our cell building yard. And also I want to fill up all the empty spots, so when you're done here, this will be a full yard of bees because we need these for building cells for the next couple months.
Okay.
We can move the rims, we can move these blocks. Every spot will have a colony in it when you're done.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how we are going to deal with the mean bees in this yard. Get rid of the field force and split them into oblivion.
Yeah.
Will the field force just die out, or what?
No, they'll go right back into the colonies that you put there.
Okay.
And I know that sounds weird, like, well, why won't they be mean in that colony? But it'll be different, you'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the field force will die out. I mean, within a week or 2, they'll be gone and we'll just be dealing with the Caucasian bees.
Right.
So it works. These are strong colonies, so they can take this field force. You know, if you put a little dinky colony there, and these are massive colonies, that's
Right.
kind of part of the equation. And if that massive amount of field force came back to a really small colony, they would take the queen out. But because these colonies are big, they're big in their own right, so they will take care of that. There won't be a queen problem. There's only one tool, so I'll leave you guys to it.
Okay.
And then when you get back, we'll talk about going south.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Have fun?
Yeah, right. Yes.
I'm gonna put some duct tape around my pants.
You might do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
this would be the yard.
So these 3 are inside this little yard already, and we're just going to move them over to the other side of the yard and put some colonies down in their place, and that will accomplish the same thing we're doing under the roof there. Normally our bottom boards are screwed on or nailed on, but in the cell building yard we have them loose so we can reverse boxes and do manipulations for cell building.
The worst thing could happen. I guess we could just pop them off. That way they won't keep doing
I would do that. I just pop them off so they don't fall off.
No, I'm good. Ran the end of the box.
It's a cool morning.
We got a porch on this one. Okay.
I don't know what the temperature is. I'm surprised there's so many bees flying already.
Yeah.
I made that tool. Let me think about this. I think I made that tool in 1995. It's homemade hive carrier made out of galvanized water pipe. Actually works better than the store-bought kind, but people want to borrow it all the time because it works so well.
Yeah, this is a clever tool. It sure is. This is the one Bob made. This is the one Bob made.
Clint, I made that tool 30 years ago.
Yeah, you and Tommy. It was you and Tommy, what?
Oh no, that was way before Tommy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you and Tommy.
It was just me back then. It was just me and my boys. They're starting to
I
come
like
out.
old stuff that still works.
Old stuff that still works, yeah.
Yeah.
That's me and you, Clint. Old
John was
stuff.
asking
Old,
why you made one handle long and one short.
because that's how long the pipe was.
Oh, that's what we.
This technique can work even if you have a small bee yard. If you have a handful of colonies and one of them's meaner than the rest, just pick it up, move it to the other end of the yard, and the field force will all go in the surrounding colonies, and then you'll have a small window of opportunity to work that colony without the mean field force bees. Find the queen and kill her and replace her and effectively change the genetics in that colony. Okay, and we're back. Back to the scene of the crime, as someone might say. And what we did worked. It's a terrible day. It's really overcast. It's a light drizzle, so we are able to work. Everything is sopping wet, but these bees are not ill because all the field force went right over there, and we're able to work these bees without getting stung up. In fact, they're quite gentle, honestly. We only got young bees left in the colony. And we are doing just what I said we were going to do, and that is we're killing all the queens and splitting everything up into nukes. Everything's getting 3 frames of brood, and they're going to get another queen, and these will be nukes that will be sold in 3 weeks. So it's accomplishing that too. I brought my gloves along just in case it got nasty, but I do not need them. It's quite nice, even though it's terrible weather. I haven't worn my gloves in at least 4 years. Had to dig around to find them, actually. If we would not have moved these bees, splitting these bees on a day like today would have been a very bad experience. Selena and Jesse are over there prepping queens to sell tomorrow morning. We get large numbers of queens in from 2 queen producers. One is Chris Warner at Indian Summer Honey Farms, and one is Santa Fe Queens down in Florida. And we use them for our nukes and our packages, and we also sell some in our store. We're able to get a discounted price because we get larger numbers, and then we can tack on a few dollars and sell them in our store. It makes it so local people can come in and buy 2 or 3 or 10 queens, whatever they need, whereas at this time of year they might have a hard time booking those numbers with somebody. It's the 2nd day of April, so it's pretty early for our area. We could not have our own queens in this area yet. We have lots of brood in these colonies. We have lots of assets to work with. And they still have enough bees to cover the brood and make the nukes with. They didn't lose so many bees that we can't do that. So we're making some really nice nukes. 3 frames of brood and everything. The bottom box gets 3 frames of brood and bees. Top box over the double screen gets 3 frames of brood and bees. A new mated caged queen, and then we're actually taking away quite a few 5-frame nuke boxes with 3 frames of brood and bees. We'll put a queen in those, and all of these units will be sold in about 3 weeks as a 5-frame nuke at our store.